We are chatting this afternoon in conversation with Colortis, with Ruth Keggin Gell in Grenada. We've been talking about learning Manx and ways you could put your Manx to good use. Because, of course, one of the things that I do find with my weekly classes, which are thoroughly enjoyable, I have to say, and we have had a message in, by the way, from someone else who was learning Manx, from young Juan, who's been in touch and said, Fastamai, Ruth as Christie. Well done, Juan. I love Ruth's classes. I've just been a bit slack. I missed the singing last night. She's a great teacher. Aww. And then he said, Fia Vai in it.
Ah, good reminder, Juan. Thank you.
So that's a lovely message. But ways you can put your Manx to good use if you don't necessarily have a chance to get together with a group or whatever. This time of year is brilliant because the Cooish happens, or Cooish happens. Just explain what Cooish actually is. Okay. The word itself, it's a bit sort of debated as to what it means.
It's got lots of meanings, really. Yeah, so that's a nice thing about it. So, I mean, Cooish is a Manx Language Festival. It started life in 1995 as Féile Gheilgach, which means Manx Language Festival, and it changed its name in 2002 to Cooish, partly because it's easier to say for folk who come across Féile Gheilgach and have a go at it. But I think also the word failure, which means festival in Manx, but it doesn't sound so positive in Manx.
It sounds like failure.
It does sound like failure. And Cooish has got loads of lovely meanings. It can mean a subject or a matter or a cause, but it can also mean a cosy little get-together. So we'll have a little Cooish around the fire, get together with people you like. So that was born in 1995 and has been going ever since, and it's developed into nowadays a 5-day festival, and this year has 26 events, and they're pitched at all different ranges of ability levels of Manx speakers and also complete beginners as well. So there's something for all ages and all abilities, no matter whether you're a complete beginner or you've been speaking for years.
And I've got the programme in front of me, and I'm just going to randomly flick through. So it starts on the 6th of November, runs through the 10th, and just opening it up here, let's see. So on Sunday the 10th of November, so it's not in order. I'm just picking this out because it looks great.
Fair enough.
Big breakfast on the mountain.
Yes.
This is one of them. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, we're going up to Victory Cafe for some breakfast at 10:30 that day. So that's a really nice opportunity for Manx speakers to come together and just talk to each other as well, meet other Manx speakers they might not have met as well, have some breakfast. And what's really lovely as well is Victory Cafe, who are big supporters of the Manx language. Ben and Vicky's children have all been through the Bunsgal Gilgach, so they all speak Manx. They're going to have some Manx language films in their cinema throughout the week of the Cooish as well, which is lovely. Often they have motorsports films going on in their little cinema throughout the rest of the year, but it'll be all Manx language related this week, or that week I should say. So that'll be happening in the morning. There's also other things on the Sunday. There's some tiny talks in Manx, which are it's themed on a Pecha Kucha theme. I don't know if you know Pecha Kucha. Have you heard of that?
It sounds vaguely familiar, but I can't remember why.
Yeah, it's basically a type of presentation where you have 20 PowerPoint slides with pictures, and you're only allowed 20 seconds to speak about each slide, and then they move on automatically.
Oh, yes.
So each little talk can only ever be 6 minutes and 40 seconds. So they're going to be miniature talks in Manx. And then there's going to be a bilingual church service in the evening, actually, at Ballabeg Methodist at 6:30. And before that, the other festival events throughout the week, there's all sorts of stuff as well. I don't know if you want to pick out any days.
Yeah, well, from the very, very beginning, for instance, on the Wednesday itself, this is brilliant for anyone who hasn't spoken Manx before, because you can go and try some Manx in the morning. Mm-hmm. That's perfect at Russian Heritage Trust in Port Erin, so it's in Port Erin as well. Just pop along. You can sort of pick up some little phrases. There's nothing more satisfying than being able to just drop a little Manx phrase into your day. It's so much. I mean, most people know Moramai, Fastamai, but like we were just saying, being able to say Tammy Ski, I'm tired, or Tammy Brow, I'm fine, or Smiley, I'm having to, hey, I would like a cup of tea. Little things like that you can just sort of drop in, and that's how it begins, isn't it?
It is, and even Moramai and Fastamai, and almost everybody listening, I would imagine, would know Moramai and Fastamai, partly because of what you're doing, as Manx Radio as a whole, always use Moramai and Fastamai, and that's really powerful. But just going into a shop and saying Moramai, it's actually more powerful than you'd think it was, because just those two little words, instead of saying it in English, it just helps spread Manx about a little bit more. So
that's a good one to go to. And then so there's things all day on Wednesday, all day on Thursday. One of the events that looks quite interesting on the Thursday, which I would love, is the games night. And again, it's not just for Manx speakers.
Absolutely. So suitable for all levels. So there's a games night on the Wednesday night, and there's a games night on the Thursday night as well. So the one on the Wednesday night is at the Black Dog Oven in Peel, and that's run by the QE2's young youth group who speak Manx, so Manx Club After School, and they're devising all the games. And on the Thursday night, 7 till 9 in Port Erin in the Methodist Hall, there's another games night. I'm devising that one. And again, suitable for all levels, so just come along. It's just £2, get tea and biscuits and things in there as well for that. And really pitching that at people who've never spoken Manx as well as people who do speak Manx. Lots of things to do with numbers as well, lots of games. I was thinking about doing a Lockton Drive instead of a Beetle Drive. I
Very
thought,
clever.
Lockton Drive, and we were just chatting about the logistics of drawing a Lockton, weren't we?
Yeah.
It's not that easy.
You'd need a brown crayon.
You'd need a brown crayon, many brown crayons, but yeah.